Kyle is famous. Now, I may have some experience in some of this, you know, as a very important big internet man. I have some experience when it comes to a lot of people knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? Do I even fucking know what I'm saying? Well, this game randomly popped up on my Steam, and it's a text adventure kind of thing, and I thought it looked pretty neat, so I want to try it out. We basically have to dictate Kyle's life. Haven't you always wanted, you as a YouTube audience member, haven't you always wanted to dictate the life of someone famous? Me too! So we're gonna do it. We're gonna wake up Kyle, and we're gonna figure out how he goes about his day. Let's fuck him up. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Man, good for you, Kyle. Didn't even have to work for it or anything. You just woke up famous. Good for you. What are you, some sort of TikToker? Or Alex from Target? Kyle is the host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Oh, okay, he did work for it. I'm just a fucking moron who decided to judge too early. Shame on me. No potatoes for me. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. I wish I was described like that. I get loud, sweary Irishman, and that's it. I'm like, cool. So the same as every Irishman. I want to be called a dumpy white boy. Can you guys just call me, I'm going to call myself Dumpy White Boy from now on. What's up, guys? Dumpy White Boy here. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Okay. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Why? It's not like most other YouTubers are dedicated to talking about each other. Actually, why am I talking about YouTubers? Most other real talk shows are not dedicated to talking, whatever. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. Okay. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Okay, we gotta do this. We gotta get our thinking caps on. I've never had one, but I'd love to someday. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Oh God. I'm gonna ruin Kyle's life. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Wither away, exit the bed. Okay, well this is off to a bad start. Alright, we need to do this or else the game just ends. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Okay, what do we got? Open closet, sit at desk, scavenge, exit bedroom to hallway. Well, maybe you gotta put on some clothes first. Oh God, it's gonna take you an hour to do any of this? Open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important his appearance is. Perfect. Skunk pasties, jeans and swimming goggles, slick suit, suit of armor. Well, I do really want to do one of these. Do I want to fuck him up immediately? Do I want to purposefully go bad, or do I want to actually do this properly? Let's do it properly first. This is going to be over quick so we can get another round in immediately. Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Okay, back to room. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Why? Just exit. Go. We've wasted 6 hours putting on an outfit and leaving the bedroom. I'm beginning to see that these are problems that Kyle can probably do without. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Leave apartment, move to kitchen, return to bedroom. You do need a good breakfast. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Open fridge. Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat. Eat crust on fridge wall. Ew. Why is there crust on your fridge wall? Your food explode in your fridge? Eat the fridge. You know what? When you're looking into the fridge and you don't know what to eat, just eat the fridge. Just eat the fucking fridge. Okay, prepare breakfast. We're going to do this properly first. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast, along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Smash? You want some smash? Smash. Oh. Kyle smashes breakfast to a pulp using both his fists. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, let's go to the hallway and let's leave apartment. We're down to 17 hours and all we've done is beat the shit out of our breakfast. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. He was hit by a car and never seen again. Visit tech store, return to apartment, visit downstairs neighbor. Visit neighbor. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Greet and start conversation. Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly. That's all she does. Ask Gabby about Gabby. Open up to her. Find out more about her life. Gabby asked Kyle, tell me about yourself. Gabby stiffened. Oh, you know, she said, putting on a fake smile. I just sit around here. Yes, I don't get around much. Never go out at night. I just stay here. Right here. Gabby glared at Kyle. Convinced by Gabby's statement, Kyle bid her goodbye and returned to the street. Great. Why would I return to my apartment? No, visit the tech store. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Oh, I thought that was the guy who ran the store. What's up? I'm Techno Jim, and I run the tech store. You need any cables? Hit me up. Ask attendant for free samples. Steal Techno Jim. I'm going back to my apartment. Maybe I should... Oh god, it's 5 hours. It's 5 hours to go. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Write notes for interview. There we go. Yes. Oh, we can ask questions. Oh lord, I've waited way too long to do this. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? Kyle, why do you have a talk show if these are where your brain goes? Are you a mother? Kyle wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed, or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? I think you can tell a lot about a person if you ask them if they've eaten a raw egg whole. I've tried. It didn't go well. It's like eating snots. And that's not something I want to do. Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. Well, Kyle, I'm just going to say that these are probably a swing and a miss. I'm probably go with this one. Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? I always like to ask people that. You know, when I interview some of the people for their movies, that's the first thing I asked Ryan Reynolds when I met him. Are you guilty? And he said yes, of being very attractive and the nicest man on earth. And I was like, Ryan, okay. What's your guilty pleasure? Okay. Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from his desk. Well, it's 0 hours to the interview, so we can't get there in time and we failed. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Checking desk drawer. I can't do anything. Sitting across from his... Oh, okay, it's time. Oh, showtime. Dim the lights. Can we get some music? Okay. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. Scream and spin in circles, answer politely. I cannot wait to go down this avenue. Answer politely. And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. Shake hands. After other mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. Now we have the music! Okay, whatever we were playing before, I don't know. A moment after... Oh, the music's gone. Okay, we need something back. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. And then, Kyle, as a famous man, turned on and lit up the eyes of 1,000 people. Start broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor. Do you want to hear another joke? Wait. Why did Kyle collapse on the floor? From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle had passed out. Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor. God damn! Kyle prepared by starving himself. Kyle's most important. It's because I was too busy punching the shit out of my breakfast. Take that, you fucking protein! Okay, we can do better this time. Alright, what happens if I wither away in bed? Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Shucks. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibility. Get out of bed anyway. I have to do a ghost interview? Jesus. Okay, let's scavenge. Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for bugs. Kyle needs to eat the bugs. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Gross. Soon, he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive. Eat immediately. Sustenance. That's what you gotta do as a ghost. You gotta scavenge and be a gremlin on your floor. Oh, I got a little ghost icon. Kyle threw back his head and crammed the sticky, wriggling mass into his mouth. He felt refreshed. Awesome. Leave apartment. I'm a ghost now. I don't actually need clothing. We're gonna talk to my neighbor again. Ask Gabby about Rachel. Gabby, Kyle asked, what are your true thoughts about Rachel May? Oh, Rachel? Gabby said, she's a wonderful woman. Her generous acts have inspired more good work than bad. Gabby trailed off, not meeting Kyle's eyes. After several uncomfortable minutes of silence, Kyle turned around and left. Great, we're back on the street again. Alright, can I just... let's sit on my desk. Ooh, check locked door. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Flow through as a ghost. Dude, this is awesome. I have superpowers now. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Oh, check sewing machine? You have a whole... Wait, if it's a room that you have stashed stuff in, why did you need to ghost through it? Don't you have a key? Kyle walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box was only half removed. Okay. Float through side door? Kyle found himself in the room. Okay, same thing. Okay, return to bedroom. Damn it, I can't ask questions. You know what? We're not going to ask questions this time. It's fine. Kyle needs gossip.
What are you so happy about?
Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. Kyle hurried I didn't hear anything, apparently. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. What? I died at the beginning of the game and became a ghost and now I'm not? Okay, approach Rachel. Kyle started making his rounds the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Kyle prepared by being a nudist! Oh! Because I stopped being a ghost. Jesus. Okay, there's 21 endings to this fucking game. Okay, let's try and do it properly this time. I'm gonna open the closet, choose an outfit, slick suit. We're going to exit, go to the kitchen, check fridge, prepare breakfast, eat the breakfast, return to the kitchen. We're gonna go back to my room. We're gonna sit at desk and we're gonna start writing some questions. Yes, Kyle wrote down his first question. Are you a mother? For some diet tips. What's your funniest story? What's your guilty pleasure? Ooh, that's it. Okay, awesome. What's in the drawer? Kyle opened up the side drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. A small key, a sword of change, or a 44 Magnum. Small key. Kyle grabbed the small key he kept on his desk. Okay. Should I scavenge for gossip?
What are you so happy about?
I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Sweet gossip. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers. There was a stunned silence, then a door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. Okay, it's time for the interview. We're going to do it well this time. Okay, Approach Rachel. Good evening, Kyle said. I look forward to being here. Kyle responded. Answer politely. Shake hands. Okay. Start the broadcast. I'm not gonna gossip about the neighbor. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing Rachel. Kyle motioned Rachel to smile and wave at the camera. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in. I'm very ready, said Rachel, with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. What's your guilty pleasure? We all have one. What's your guilty pleasure? I often get asked this as well, and I have no idea what my guilty pleasure is. Because guilty pleasure is something that, like, not a lot of people do, or not a lot of people know of, or you probably shouldn't be doing. But I don't really have any of that. I just do dumb shit. Maybe my life is my guilty pleasure. Ooh, well that's an easy answer, said Rachel. Dipping pickles in chocolate sauce. That doesn't sound good, but I'm a don't knock it before you try it kind of guy. And then I will knock the shit out of it if it's bad. It might sound strange, but it's tangy and sweet at the same time. I eat it far too often. Rachel smiled sweetly. As the audience. Oh, Rachel. Talk shows are so fake. Kyle asked another question. What are some diet tips? Chocolate pickles? I might get cut off, so I want to ask some more interesting questions first. You've been involved in a lot of different things, said Kyle, but what's your funniest story? Well, that's a great question, Kyle, said Rachel. I think the story I always remember is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family. In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk and tipped the whole jar of salt into the pot. The audience giggled. While my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my room. Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on, after fearing that Rachel had killed her family. Kyle asked another question. What are some diet tips? We've talked about food so much. What are some diet tips? Killing your family with salt poisoning or chocolate pickles? Rachel, you managed to keep such a thin and healthy figure, said Kyle. What is your best diet tip? Well, Kyle, it's very rude for you to point out my features like that. Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel. And don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit. No, cheat days are fine. The problem is that you should probably have cheat meals instead of cheat days. Because cheat days is like overindulging on one day, and some people feel like they can just eat whatever they want. No, a cheat meal is fine, here and there. It doesn't even have to be one meal a week. It could probably be a couple. But just, like, be mindful of things. It's just eat in moderation, really. But, she continued, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed, she smiled. Oh, Rachel, you're so likable and relatable. Kyle looked at his flabby self, decided not to comment and moved on. Yeah, take that, dumpy little white boy. Kyle asked another question. Are you a mother? Rachel, I and many others would love to know, are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. Well, you see, Kyle, I'm a mother of many people. I am a mother of my community. Well, Rachel, that's unhealthy. Well, being a single woman with a career, she answered, that's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled genuinely at Kyle. Are you saying people can't have a career and kids at the same time, Rachel? Is that what you're saying, Rachel? Very reasonable indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper of questions. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Sure? Do you prepare for your interviews in advance? Because you seem very together. Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down, the broadcast was over. Kyle returned home, knowing the interview had gone well. That is not how that would go. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. Kyle prepared very well. Something was still missing? Like what? What could I have possibly done wrong? Look at all these little badges I have. I did really well. Damn it. Okay, what happens if I gossip about neighbor? Good evening, everybody, said Kyle. My neighbor is a bug vigilante. With nothing more to say on the matter, he fell silent. Rachel, also on camera, stared at her hands and wondered when she was going to be introduced. The producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Kyle continued to remain silent and stared forward blankly. After several minutes, neighbor Gabby walked out onto set. Hi everyone, she said smiling hollowly. My name is Gabby, and I'm not a bug vigilante. False. Kyle looked at Gabby and then returned to staring forwards. Just false! Gabby began to reply, but was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt. Bug girl, it squawked. A robbery is in progress on East 3rd. Report immed? Okay. Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and crushed it under her foot. Exactly like a bug lady would do. After a beat, she spoke again. Something has come up suddenly, and I must go. Gabby left the set. Well, said Kyle, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Thanks for joining us, Rachel. Kyle got up, shook Rachel's hand again, and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. Not knowing what else to do, the producer ended the broadcast. In the coming days, fans of both Rachel and Kyle dubbed the show a masterpiece of television. A masterpiece! I know what the people want. It's not great interviews. It's not fun questions. It's not really interacting with your guest at all. It's outing your neighbor with gossip about being a bug vigilante. Stay Up Late with Kyle's online pages were updated to reflect this broadcast as the most popular ever. Kyle's producer later tried to have Rachel on the show again, but she was very, very, very busy. Kyle talked about Gabby. I'm going to grab a key and flashlight from my bedroom drawer, and I kind of want to go check on the locked door. Force the door with forehead. Isn't that what I had the key for? Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with the use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Why? What is the key for? I don't know. Consume, Gabby? A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Is it because I have brain damage now? Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done. Kyle returned to the middle of the street. I just ate someone! Steal Techno Jim. Quickly before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring bewildered, and ran outside. Kyle walked out into the middle of the street. Okay. I ate my neighbor and consumed Techno Jim. Or I consumed my neighbor and stole Techno Jim. Alright, I'm on the set now. Interview Techno Jim instead. I gotta see if anything comes up about eating my neighbor. Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. Hello, Techno Jim, said Kyle. I'm going to interview you today. Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of the frame and motioned to the crew to go live. What a fucking legend. He knows where the clicks are at. He knows what content really is. Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. Hi, I'm Kyle, said Kyle, and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest. This is my dad, Cardboard. Oh, I have a Cardboard! Wait, hold on. Everyone, this is Techno Jack. He is like me in every way except being alive. He pointed at Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. Jack's arms don't come off. They're just stuck. No, I can't. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. Okay, Jack's fine. Would you like to introduce yourself? Asked Kyle. Come on, Jack. Speak to the people. Am I really just talking to myself for a YouTube video? Have I gone totally crazy? Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. Hi, Kyle, he said, raising the pitch of his voice. My name's Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest. Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. Le gasp. Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly. Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. Well, Kyle, he said, I sure wish I could look like you. Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon abuzz with electrical fires. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put out the fires. As the crew scrambled around the cameras... Okay, you go away now. Did I turn off my mic? I just hit my preamp with cardboard jack. That's enough, Techno Jim! As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat motionless, staring forward. This is fine. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. That's fucking brilliant. A gimmick that has some chaos to it. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular. Kyle interviewed Rachel. Alright, well I'm gonna leave this video here. This is really fun. I liked it a lot. These types of little text adventures and seeing how crazy you can get with them. I thought it was gonna get way crazier, but I did consume my neighbor. And I interviewed someone as a nudist on TV. So, Kyle is still famous. Being naked on TV is one of the best ways to get famous, apparently. But check this game out for yourself. There are 21 endings in the game. I only got 5. So I might try and do more, I don't know, but I leave it up to you to be able to try it as well, because this game is completely free. You can go to Steam right now and just get this game for yourself and try it out for yourself. I'm curious to see what types of endings you guys could get. But you could also buy the soundtrack and some other DLC type stuff if you really want to support the developer. John Szymanski? Really great job. I like it a lot. And he also has dev streams. That's really cool. So go check them out. Throw them a bone and help them out a lot. I'm going to go buy the soundtrack for this as well because it's delightful and I liked it a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you did. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring bells or whatever. Do all that stuff because we upload videos every day if you want to check them out and have fun along with us. But until then, I'm going to go be naked on TV. Cardboard Jack, I hope you're not offended by me abusing you.